Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
And welcome to Two Guys in a Warehouse Anime Podcast, the review of Mamoru Hosoda's Belle. With your host, Dylan from @TGW Podcast, and my beautiful co-host,
Alex from Professor_Otaku on Instagram.
Check us out on Instagram. And so we're reviewing a movie today.
Yes,
the
we are.
First movie both of us have seen since the before times.
Well, in theaters, at least.
In theaters, yes. Yeah. And we'll get into, I guess, how that went. I mean, our theater was empty as far as going in with. There was like 4 other people in our big theater. So
well, this was like
nice.
It's an anime movie, and it's like the second or third week it's been in there. So
everybody who was going to watch it had pretty much
had already seen it. Exactly.
So yes. So the movie was Belle, written and directed by Mamoru Hosoda.
Yes, sir.
Some people called this Your Name.
I saw that, or no, I didn't see that. You told me. But I saw a lot of very positive reviews on the movie prior to watching it, so I was very excited to view it, especially after Mirai.
Oh, yeah, Mirai was a little rough.
It was, I don't know, it just seems like, at least Mirai and then The Boy and the Beast, I think the problem with those two movies, at least just real quick, was it seemed like there was no conflict. Or when it happened, it kind of just happened randomly, or in the second half
it wasn't
of the movie.
a natural...
Maybe it was natural, maybe it was foreshadowed, but it just seemed kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For the most part, so I was just kind of let down by those two movies. So I was, had high expectations for this one just because I heard that it was very good.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So basically, what is Belle? What is the synopsis of Belle?
I have a plot synopsis, but I'll do my best if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Okay. So Belle, it's kind of like, it's almost going back to Summer Wars.
Yeah, it had a very, like, when I saw the trailer, I thought Summer Wars. I was like, is this just like Summer Wars?
Yeah, they have like that
2.0?
online Oz.
Yeah.
In summer. I can't, do you remember what it's called here?
UA.
UA. Yeah, U. Oh, known as U.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like this virtual kind of social media platform, but you can integrate yourself with these like kind of earbuds, and you like transport into the world, or like your mind kind of transports. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like a dive.
Yeah,
like from SAO in a way.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of thinking about it.
But you're almost like conscious.
Yeah, I think your vision.
It's almost like augmented reality, but not really.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard
almost
to
like your
explain
spirit gets.
They didn't really explain very well how that like all worked.
Yeah, they didn't explain a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of like the, not necessarily the world, because they do live in like the real world Japan, but the characters travel into that, social media platform to do their thing. But the main character, Suzo Naito. Suzo, 17-year-old high school student who lives in Koichi Prefecture in Japan. Kind of like a wallflower in a way, right? Like a girl that's not really very popular, keeps herself kind of hidden from others. Yeah. In a way, and it's very shy.
Yeah, doesn't try to interact with anyone really. Just kind of goes about her own business and has like her one friend. And that's about it.
Her one friend who I love, by the way.
Yes, yeah. Probably the best character in the movie, honestly.
But yeah, it's basically...
What was her name? Haruko?
Let me double check that real quick.
Haruko?
Yeah, Hiroka.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I think Hiroka is the one that sends her a link to join this virtual world. And when she joins, and this is kind of explained later in the movie, it's not really a spoiler, but I think it helps, is that when you go to U, it kind of boosts a hidden ability.
It boosts your greatest strength.
Yeah. So, and in this case, Suzu's is singing. So when she goes into that world, she becomes like the Beyonce or Dua Lipa of that virtual world. And she's like this really good singer.
Everybody's in love with her. Blows up.
In love with her. Loves her so much. Like,
she's
fucking singing on whales.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand that whole social media platform honestly at all.
Yeah, I guess
It was
it's kind
I
of
don't know how they set up these concerts and stuff.
Yeah.
And like
Well,
just like
Fortnite.
mhm.
They did like Ariana Grande and Travis Scott concerts in
really?
the game.
Okay.
It's kind of actually very similar the way they look.
Yeah.
Like exactly how it looked in Belle is kind of how it looks in those games.
Oh, okay.
Where
Okay.
they're just like, like super bombastic and
Mhm.
like trippy looking, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean,
That's pretty cool.
It's kind of like happening in real life, I guess, but
Yeah.
in this case, it's like she's actually performing live. I don't know if that was a live performance for Fortnite.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, in Belle, it was a live performance. Like people log on and go to this like arena.
Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of like the first half of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah. The reincarnation of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. No, it's kind of out of nowhere. I didn't really expect it to go that route.
Yeah, because it started alluding to other conflicts before that, and then it just randomly put this other Beauty and the Beast conflict into it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of felt forced and didn't really make any sense. And I feel like it took away from better messages because it tried to put too many different messages and like conflicts into the movie.
Yeah, the movie. Okay, so like we might as well just say we didn't really like the movie at all.
Yeah,
like
we really didn't like the movie at all.
At all. Well, I mean, like let's be real, dude.
Yeah.
Like that.
2 out of 10.
It
was.
It's like the movie had good ideas, and I know I'm kind of done with the synopsis, but it's the movie is such a mess.
Yeah.
With its like direction.
Oh yeah. By the way, good job on that synopsis.
I tried. Thank you.
Yeah. It really had poor writing as far as the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it could have been. I don't know why they didn't just do it as 2 different movies. Honestly,
it felt like 2 different movies.
Yeah.
In a way, like the first movie is kind of her coming out of her shell, becoming this pop icon online, and then maybe her kind of, because in the movie, in the virtual world, she's kind of like this popular girl. She's willing to help all these other people, but in real life, she's kind of shut in. Doesn't really, not a shut in, but she's very reserved, and she can't even help herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like she's got her own issues that she can't even deal with.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff with her dad, school life.
I mean, this happens in the beginning of the movie, but her mother passes away, so she kind of becomes a recluse in a way, or not a recluse, but that's what makes her start keeping to herself, and kind of like taking herself away from social experiences with other people.
That's exactly
like even.
I pressed the wrong button on my phone. Sorry.
Like even with her father, she's like doesn't really interact with him very much even.
Which, to be honest, kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
Like I understand. Like I get the whole thing. Like she.
They never really even explained that part.
Yeah, like it seemed like her dad was really trying to just kind of
be
there for her all the time.
The whole time I was like, did this guy like dick her somehow? Like
I thought he was going to be a bad dad.
I thought that's what the conflict was going to be. One of the conflicts was he was a bad dad, or like abusive, or just like he shut himself off to her, but he's like really trying to help her. And I mean, her mom passed away when she was like a young child, which obviously is traumatic, but at this point she's in high school. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like
I mean, it's not,
that whole time he's been trying to like.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It's like, I mean, how is
like,
your home life then? I mean, your dad. I mean, throughout the whole movie, her dad has like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Do you want dinner? She always.
I got peaches from somebody. I brought you some peaches that somebody gave me.
He just seems like a really good dude. Just trying to be there for her, and then
even when she runs off, he's just like, "Oh, you're like a good girl." Like,
that whole relationship was just too complicated for no reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a lot of weird relationships going on there. That with her childhood friend.
Yeah, I forget what his name is.
I don't know, but
the problem with one of the other problems with this movie is because it tries to do so much, you never really get to connect to any of the characters. All the characters except for Haruka are like super forgettable.
What's his name?
Oh, Kamishima.
Kamishin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only member of the canoe
Rowing
club.
club.
Oh, the what is it?
Yeah, canoeing or rowing.
Rowing club.
Basically rowing, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but even still, like, you can barely remember their names because they only have a few moments, like, that stand out, you know?
Yeah, that's...
I don't know, just none of the characters. You don't feel anything no emotion for any of the characters. You can't even, like, feel their plight because...
Yeah, even in the second half of the movie when they introduce, kind of... So there, in the second half of the movie, it becomes Beauty and the Beast, and there's the dragon guy. I forgot his real name, but
yeah,
he's like the Beast.
Super forgettable.
Well, he's like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, where he's causing trouble. People want to... In this world, he's kind of anonymous, but people are trying to find out who he really is, which I don't really understand because they're saying he's causing trouble, but he's just fighting online.
Yeah, I know. He's just beating everybody. He's just too good.
Yeah, too good for the game. He's a beater.
yeah. Good reference.
Yeah. All I can say, kind of. But yeah, and then there's this whole like plot where they're trying to figure out who this dude is, but it just kind of felt forced because it's like the guy kind of comes off as an edgelord, like troll almost. Like he's just kind of beating people because he can.
He just came out of nowhere and started beating everybody. That's not how this works. Like,
and then Suzu's like, oh, I have to know who he is. Like,
he's just like fighting people. It ends up interrupting her concert, and then all of a sudden she just needs to figure out like
who this guy is.
Yeah, and like what his problem is.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Why? I can fix him. He's sad. Yeah. I can fix him.
And from the information that they gave, there's not like any like reason for them.
There's no reason
her
at
to
all
be like,
for her to do that,
to intervene like,
at all.
Like
it would be if you saw some dude in the street kick some guy's ass and be like, I have to know who that is.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's not even like that. It's like if there was a martial arts tournament around where you live, and one guy came out of nowhere and started winning, and then you try to but everybody's like, oh no, he's no good. And like, oh, I got to go track him down and see what's up. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think regardless of how you want to put it, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. There's no weight to it. It doesn't make sense why she would have the need, or anybody really. Maybe like their security police people.
Yeah,
I guess I could see because they think he's a menace. But like for her to go out of her way to find him, just kind of felt forced to put in this Beauty and the Beast storyline that was just super forced and like really, really bad in the second half. But I don't know. That's just me.
I'm just thinking about how that all ended.
Yeah.
Just like
it's
yeah. We'll put a spoiler alert and talk about it at the end, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess like that's really all the story is.
That's all the plot.
First half she becomes an idol, second half it's Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
And then there's another kind of third act where she goes and finds the
real life version of the Beast
and to save him.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, technically she does. It just kind of was stupid.
Forced.
Yeah, as fuck. It was really bad. It was kind of funny. It was just funny at that point.
It was funny because of how badly forced it was.
Yeah. But I guess
we'll get into that. Let's talk about the animation and the soundtrack.
Yes. Fucking great.
Yeah.
This is really good, actually.
The soundtrack?
Yeah.
You told me mid.
No, I thought it was good. Did I say mid?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we were in there, you're like, it has its moments.
Yeah.
But I thought the soundtrack was really good.
No, I
think there was like one song that I didn't really care for that much, but it was still really good.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think I was just very done with the movie at that point.
That makes sense.
But I know when I think about it, I thought the music was really good.
Yeah, the soundtrack was definitely amazing. Very bombastic music. The choreography with the whale was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which, talking about the animation, I like how they made the virtual world CGI.
Yeah. And
the real world like hand-drawn animation.
I think it makes sense because like when you think of like online, you think of something like it would look jarring. So CG kind of looks jarring, but it works.
Yeah.
It makes sense for that to, and it looks good still, but it just makes sense for that to be the virtual world. And then like you said, 2D it's like the perfect thing they could have done.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's one good thing that the movie did. That and the sound. And the second one was the soundtrack.
Character design. I like the designs of the characters were really good, especially in the virtual world. Like Belle, I like the way she looks.
She was really cool. I like all the little like minion type characters too and stuff. Everybody floating around. And,
it's cute.
Yeah.
It's cute as shit.
Yeah. like the imagination behind it all was so well done. Like
When you
was
get
really
when the
appealing.
movie started, like it kind of just throws you in. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
dude, this looks amazing. It looks crazy. It was like
it gets you real like hyped, and then the ball just like drops.
hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like almost like One Piece, like world building, where you're just like, holy shit, this world is huge.
Yeah.
She's dancing on a whale, singing. Everybody's like, oh
She's
my
on a
god,
fucking
whale, dude. And then it just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I don't know. There's not really much else to say, but I guess like, overall, I gave it a 2 out of 10.
It's a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's really not that good. I mean, there's like some, like even with characters, it's like I don't like Suzu. She just comes off as a brat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like the I didn't really care for the character that ends up being the dragon.
You see him for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's good they threw that in. It's like, oh, actually, this is him.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and they try to misdirect you so many
Yeah,
times.
it's a
It's just
baseball
like,
player.
yeah.
It was an artist that had tattoos.
That had the
similar-
same bruises. Yeah, and then you think maybe it's one of her friends, and then and they're like,
Yeah.
here it
And
is.
Psych,
Yeah,
Duncan.
Yeah.
This is who it is.
But you never get any emotion built up. Like his situation is bad.
It is
And
bad.
you feel for the situation. But it's just like you never get the chance to feel for that character.
It's not developed well
Yeah.
enough. That's the problem. Like even in the virtual world when they meet, it's not developed, and it just felt like weird when
because
they...
he doesn't do anything. He just growls and runs away.
Yeah, and
Like-
well, that's the thing. It's like it makes no sense for her to chase after this dude because
Yeah.
it's like why? Like
Yeah.
for what? Like what reason? Like you just got lucky. This guy ended up being like an actual actually suffering through some shit. As
Exactly.
opposed to just being some douchebag that's just being a douchebag.
Trolling.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm just gonna go fuck
Just
everybody
being
up.
an edgelord because he's like, well, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my online because
And
that's
how
the
she
thing.
connects like the dragon to the actual person, like in the video, it's just like I don't know how you would
The
even
eyes.
realize that. Yeah, the eyes, and then like the way he like moved his body when he has like this cape that has like bruises on it.
Mhm.
And it's just like
Yeah, in the virtual world, he has a cape that has bruises, and I think whenever something happens, it starts to kind of glow, and he's in pain. And then in the real life, basically it's kind of spoilers, but it's a kid that's abused,
yeah.
and when he's being abused, his he kind of like what would you say? Like his back kind of like shifts. It looks like.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, like I think it's just him like clenching or his body
he's like kind of
moving.
he kind of clenches a lot when he's
Yeah.
like being insulted, and he's like protecting his little brother that happens to be there with him. So,
Yeah.
but
So,
anyway, yeah, 2 out of 10 for
Yeah.
sure. 2 out of
Yeah.
10. Bad movie. Not
yeah.
good.
So first movie in 2 years in theaters, and it was the
It was
worst
horrible.
movie ever.
Dude, halfway through, you looked at me. Did you look at me, or did I look at you and say this is a bad movie?
I think we both looked at each other. I was like,
Yeah. This is
"Are you feeling what I'm feeling?" I was like,
bad movie? Yeah.
yeah,
Very bad.
Basically. Yeah, I think we could both feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and it sucks, dude, because I was like kind of looking
I
forward.
had
to
high
it.
hopes. Yeah,
And it was like an one-off thing. Where like, oh, dude, like, you want to just go watch a movie? Like, sure.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I brought it up to you like that day. I was like, "Hey, dude, I was feeling like we should watch a movie or something." And you're like, "Dude, you want to see if Belle's like still in theaters close by to where we work?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, yeah, I'm super interested in that." Had a showing, like not too many people, just because we like space because we like to
Yeah.
make noises when we
Like
watch
the man
movies.
spread and shit.
Yeah. No, so they had a showing. We go, and it's like, oh shoot, Mamoru Hosoda, like,
Yeah.
been waiting for a good movie. Like this should be decent enough.
Your name.
Yeah, Your Name. Yeah. And then it's just like his Weathering with You. No, just
Maybe-
kidding. Weathering with You is better than that.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is.
It was his fireworks. That's what it was.
Yeah, this is. I mean, this is his worst movie by far.
Yeah.
Like,
They've just seemed to have progressively gotten worse.
well, so first one. Well, I mean, he did the Digimon movies, but just like his new like original shit, like The Girl Who Leapt Her Time was good.
Mm-hmm.
Summer Wars was good.
Yep.
Wolf Children is good.
Which was really good.
And then The Boy and the Beast was eh.
It was okay.
Mirai, it kind of had its moments, but it was
I
like,
remember you and I watched Mariah together.
yeah,
and I just remember like not being in it.
I really like the one where it flashes. I don't know if you remember, but it does a flash. They're all like flashbacks. So
Yeah.
he goes kind of back in time and interacts with like older family members.
Mm-hmm.
But when he goes and sees his grandpa,
Okay.
who was like in the war, and then he was like riding his bike with him. It was like
I think I vaguely remember it. But
I like that
yeah.
that story because they're all kind of segments in a way.
Yeah.
But that segment particular I thought was really good.
Mhm.
Aside from that, it was kind of yeah.
Yes, I
And
agree.
then, yeah, and then this one was just awful.
Yeah. So we would not recommend watching Belle unless you want to just torture yourself and
Yeah,
understand.
it's a
I don't
skip
know.
it.
I'm surprised at how high of a rating it has and how many people
Yeah, it's
really
got
like it.
7.7 on Mal.
I mean, I get that people might enjoy the messages or like it might be appealing more to their emotion of the messages,
Mm-hmm.
but overall they could have done a much better job of portraying that
Yeah.
with two movies
Mm-hmm.
with separate plots. Like
Yeah. Basically, it's like
it just did a disservice.
mm-hmm. Because it's trying to show that like the internet is a good thing,
Yeah.
right? Like social media, you can kind of build yourself up, or you can kind of save somebody too. Because remember, like when they're trying to find the location of the guy, they
Mhm.
did that all through the internet. All right, what place has this? What place has this? And they searched it all up and like found the dude in like minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that happens in real life.
Well, I
where-
think it shows you like kind of the good side and the bad side.
yeah, I would say
It's
yeah,
like-
that's
yeah.
true.
Because you can either choose to hide who you really are,
Mm-hmm.
but if people were to just show their true compassion and show who they really are, the internet could be used for so much things that are so much better.
That's actually a good point where that you said showing your true self because
Yeah.
like online you kind of you do a persona
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
Maybe even even if it's by accident, you
Yeah,
just kind of do it.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, the message kind of like it. I don't want to spoil anything, but the character kind of reveals their true self,
Yeah.
and it ends up working out in their favor.
Exactly. It's like, if you just show if we just showed who we are a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
we could save somebody.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Sorry, I had a thought in my head and I lost it while you were
you're
explaining
good.
your
My
end.
bad. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you really want to go into the spoiler parts? Does it matter?
Well, you basically went over it with the kid.
Okay.
it's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we didn't give
Getting
anything
abused.
too big away.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
what is going to happen. But yeah, I wouldn't watch this movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even rewatch it. I might buy it just for my collection.
I don't know if
I just want it to be because I
Yeah.
have all the Mamoru Hosoda movies.
maybe if they have a really nice steelbook for it,
Fuck.
like with Belle on the cover, that
Oh,
that
like
would
just-
look good.
That would look that I
For
would
the
buy that.
aesthetic.
The
For
aesthetic is good, dude.
But
The art
yeah.
is good. I really
Mhm.
like the art.
yeah, otherwise I'm not buying anything less than a steelbook.
Yeah. No steelbook, no deal.
Yeah, basically, I wouldn't buy a limited edition because it probably wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I get why you'd want it for your collection. But
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that's all I have to say about this movie then.
that's all I got to say about that.
All I got to say.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you want, decide to torture yourself. If not, then you didn't miss out on much of anything. Other than that,
that brings an end to this review, doesn't it?
it does. It does. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe in the below. Hit us up on Instagram. Tell us what your thoughts were about Belle. Maybe they're the same. Maybe they're different.
Yeah, maybe
If
you
they're
loved
different,
it and you disagree with
Tell
us.
us why.
Yeah, maybe
Yep.
you're just like, hey, you fucking assholes.
You
I
guys
like
are
that
fucking
movie.
stupid. You totally missed the whole fucking point.
Yeah, open up your brain a little.
Yeah. Sorry, it's been closed off for a long time
Yeah.
now.
All right.
But with that being said,
All right. Love you so much.
cut it.